Hi friends, this is another Nernst equation problem from the year 2022. So the electrochemical cell is given here and the corresponding E0 values are given here for the electrodes, and you are asked to find the E cell. So here it is written as Cu2 plus. So what is the anode reaction? Anode reaction is Cu giving Cu2 plus 2 electron. And what is the cathode reaction? Cathode reaction is Zn2 plus 2 electron giving you Zn. So this is the anode and this is the cathode. So how to write the cell reaction? Find the value of E cell. E cell is equal to E0 cell is equal to E0 of cathode minus E0 of anode. Now what is E0 of the cathode? So cathode is zinc, so this will be equal to minus 0.76 minus the value is copper electrode is 0.34, so it is having a positive value. So minus and minus, this will come 76 plus 34 0 10, so it will be 1.1. So it will be 1.1 volts. So it is, and the sign will be minus 1.10 volt. So that is okay. Everything is good. Now you have to check what will be the electrode will be positive or negative. So since it is written as a simple galvanic cell, you can apply the Lon rule. Lon rule is LOAN, left electrode is oxidation. Wherever oxidation happens, it works as anode, and anode will be having a negative charge. This is a mnemonic by which you can remember the things. Lon, left oxidation, anode negative. In that case, the left electrode is copper. It oxidation is happening there, that is fine. It works as the anode and it will be having a negative. If this is having a negative charge, this should have a positive charge. So what is happening, the which will be the option is 1 point, the third one is the right option. The single electrode is positive. Remember, even though this is the right answer, there is a little bit more explanation is needed for this one, because this is actually the Daniel cell written in the opposite way. This is our Daniel cell, well known. Daniel. So how is the Daniel cell written normally? Normally, zinc will be acting as the anode and copper will be acting as the cathode. Zinc will be opening as anode and copper will be acting as cathode. So in that case, if the opposite reaction is happening here, the correct explanation should be that it should have a negative value. Since it is in the opposite direction, it is like an electrolyte cell. If it is working as an electrolyte cell, the polarity should be different for electrolyte cell. Since CUD is given, this is the right option, we will stop the discussion here. But remind, there can be two types of cells. One is galvanic cell, and the second one is electrolytic cell. So the polarity will be different if you are selecting a galvanic cell and electrolytic cell. If you need any further discussion about those, let me know in the comments.